What's up, everybody? Main boat guy. What's up, everybody? Main boat guy back again. We've got Mercruiser Alpha 1 Gen 2. We're gonna do shift cable boot, and exhaust bellows while we're in there. The U-joint bellows, they look to be in good shape, and this customer's trying to do it on a budget, so we're gonna do just what's bad, and you'll see how bad the boot is. Boot's completely ripped right off, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Maybe help you out if you're trying to do this at home. Sorry about the background noise. Get the camera set. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, put your shift lever into forward gear. It doesn't need to be throttled up or anything, just make sure it's in forward gear. You've got a speedometer hose. If that's actually hooked up on yours, it's in the back of the drive, so when the drive's up you can disconnect it. If not, drop it down when you pull the drive out. Just be careful that that's out of the way and you don't rip your hose off. Makes it come right up. Okay, and you see I left the speedometer hose on and it popped right off. They do have a quick disconnect. Save that to remind us to put that back on. You can see when this drive was installed, that O-ring was not set in correctly. That's your water pickup O-ring. And they had it set with silicone. Alright, so we're in the boat. We're going to identify the shift cable that's going back to the outdrive. It's going to be this one right here. So basically what I did is, you can see where this one is going underneath the engine. See if I can zoom in. Yeah, that black cable right there going under the engine. And I just followed it up and around and it came to here. You just want to watch out you don't try and pull your, you can, but it isn't going to work for you if you pull the one that's going up to your control box. So you're going to pull this cotter pin, pull this bolt. Let me get that out. All right. Now you get it out and out of the way. What you're going to want to do is these two set screws. Just a little pair of needle nose, unless they're corroded. Just give it a little loosen on one side, a little bit on the other side, and this whole thing will slide right out. So now basically that's holding what is attached in your cable on the outside. Of course I didn't bring my other pliers, but we are going to replace, while we pull this out, we're going to need this out of here. Of course these needle nose aren't going to give me the grip I need just to pop that off, because we're replacing this anyways. It's alright, we'll get a pair of pliers on that after and get that off too. Alright, so back here, since we're replacing everything, we're just going to slide the whole cable right out. And this is the insert that usually stretches out, causes you the most issues. Some people just replace that inner and you can get away with, you know, if it stalls going into reverse, stuff like that. My recommendation is replace the whole thing if you can. You will want to buy, if you're going to replace the whole thing, is that tool right there. Or you can take a 9/16 socket and just weld a nut to the end of it, which is simple enough anyways, but put that on there. Okay, so if you're in a stuck position like me and that brass end is stripping right out, just cut this thing back, get a 14mm. Get it to line up. Gonna put an extension so I don't dig on the trans. The boot in the back side. So this one's just got a zip tie. If I can get the camera. That zip tie that's right there on the shift cable boot. We're going to cut that so the shift cable can slide right out. That's it. She's out. And that you do not want to strip, because if you can't get them threads out, you're stuck with this thing in there. And I'm hopeful I was the one who just twisted that, because that cable wouldn't work too good with that like that. So shift cable boot, bellows. Oh, is that clamp right there? And you can see the boot is gone. So we're gonna pop that off next. I use 1/4 inch with 5/16 on the end on the swivel to get at the clamp. Because you're really not going to get it at that top angle with a regular screwdriver. So I apologize that you can't see this, but I don't know. Gonna get a GoPro for my head, I guess. And that's it. There's the rest of the boot. What's left of it. These are the other parts of it. Chances are, if you're going to do a boot, that's what yours looks like. That's the first indication that you're going to have issues. As soon as you start to see the dry rot, that's time to start getting ready for them. Let's see. They also make a tool, a snake, that you can screw onto that old shift cable, so when you pull it out, a snake stays in there, which would be nice. I haven't got one yet, and right now is making me wish I had one, because it'd be easy to pull it in. But what you're going to do is get the cable in there just a little, get to the inside, find the cable, and pull it around the exhaust manifold the correct orientation, which is underneath the exhaust manifold, around in a loop, and back towards that shift mechanism. Easiest thing on that is to look online at a diagram. Just look up shift cable routing for whatever engine you have, and it'll tell you where it goes. Because it is different on every engine, depending on what motor you've got. Always replace those seals too. Maybe you've got this apart, check the gimbal. This one's smooth. Grease everywhere. Alright, let's get some parts, we'll be back. Alright, so we're gonna get the exhaust bellows at the same time. See if I can't. Got the clamp right in the back there. I'm gonna come at that the same way. Back up. 1/4-inch drive with the swivel. Down inside there, loosen that up. That one's going to have the Bellows adhesive on it, so that one's going to be a little trickier to get off, but it's already destroyed, so we can just peel it off little by little, but we want to make sure it's all the way off there, and any adhesives that are on it we want to make sure are off. And it's already ripped completely around, so then all we got to do is get this one clamp right there, peel that off. Once you've got that, you will need the Bellows installation tool. Reach from the inside. We're going to have to take that shift shaft out. That's another thing too, if you're changing the shift boot. If there was water in here, this thing should have way more grease than what's in there. If there's water coming in, if this thing's really loose, water's going to come right through, fill that up, and it's going to ruin your shift shaft. I mean your shift cable, at least get it corroded. So you want to take care of that while you're doing it. Mercruiser uses a bronze bushing. Most aftermarket companies send you a plastic piece of crap. I don't like the plastic one. You can use it if you are in a bind and yours is really bad. Otherwise, I recommend getting a Mercruiser one if you're having that issue. So yeah, I'm going to tackle this boot right here. That one didn't even have Bellows adhesive on it. Exhaust boots aren't a huge deal if they go bad. Biggest thing is just water splashing back and forth if you've got the drive up. And you're sitting somewhere, you know, you could get a wave that pushes up, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to do it because these ones have it most drives, or not most drives, but a lot of drives. The bell housing separates from the exhaust bellows when it's tilted up. Good question of why they do it, but we won't question it. We just replace it when it's bad. And there you go. I don't know how they got that on there without Bellows adhesive. Usually that thing will spring right back. It must have been a cheap aftermarket, typically when they're real stiff. Once you put it on there, you've got to pull back out to be able to get to the clamp, and when you do, it keeps popping back off, so that tool enables you to put it on with the Bellows adhesive, let the Bellows adhesive dry just a little bit, tilt it up a little, tighten the clamps into place, and then when you reef up on this, in theory, the boot doesn't pop back off. That is by far the hardest part, I think. And then a little bit on your cable, so as it's going in, it's smooth. You want to leave it at the end, pull the cable back, feed your cable into the hole, put your clamp on. You can get that. All right, we got that in there. I'm just going to go in the inside of the boat and fish it around. I'm going to pull it under the exhaust, elbow from the transom assembly, and then not pull too far on it, and then have it in a good spot where it can spin inside the boat and not hit anything. she's in. Finally, pain in the butt that was. So I guess nice to have someone inside spinning that cable, keeping it smooth. All right, so let's put the rest of this together. You're gonna get this piece. Camera. All right, there we go. You're gonna get that piece. And you're gonna get a set screw. And then you're gonna get a little thin wire, piece of mechanics wire. And when you put that set screw in, that mechanics wire is gonna hold that set screw in place. So you're gonna have your cable. And you're gonna go from this end threaded for the set screw. Put that right through there. Pull the cable all the way in. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what Mercruiser's setting is in that. So I just go all the way in and then back out just a little, just so the cable can move around on it. I might check that before I post this video, but if I don't, I apologize for not having the exact information on that one for you. But I've never had an issue, so that's up to you. Now you just spin your mechanics wire on there, give yourself a good clamping so it doesn't, can't loosen up. Cut that off. Cut those pieces off, bend that tab out of the way. So it's in the middle somewhere, even more than that could be. Should be good. Should be. You can put a thin coating of grease on those if you wanted to. I'm going to spray it with just some WD-40 as it goes in. Just the way I do it. Alright, so then in here, we're going to get the grease just, if you can, the WD-40 is packed into here. In case you do have a little leak, you have a little grease to slow a water leak down.